This question comes from Reddit user Canon_W, and the question is, transporting a mannequin, and the context is, my wife and I flew up to her old home for a funeral, and she has some fashion-related stuff she left behind. Because I'm military, I get free checked bags through American Airlines, and I'm wondering how much I could get away with and how to transport a mannequin through checked luggage. Any suggestions?
I think if you just go with the "I fought for this country, this is my bag" sort of like technique, it might get you through no matter what. You walk up and they say, "Oh, hello, sir. Oh my goodness, is that a mannequin?" "Yes, I fought for this country. This is my mannequin. I mean, a bag. Check me in, please." And you hand it over. Did you know, Zane, that like the nice mannequins at like good clothing stores are like upwards of like $2,000-$3,000 just for the mannequin alone?
What?
Yeah, sometimes
Why?
more. Sometimes they can be like 10, 15 grand at like the really nice places to make them like really lifelike. Yeah, I know. I was watching a video of Pete Davidson like getting fashion advice from the one guy from Queer Eye, and Pete Davidson just started like messing and almost knocked over a mannequin, and the dude was like, "Hey, that's like 10 grand."
Oh my
He
gosh.
knocked that over, and I was like, "There's no way they have like 300 of them in their store." Yeah, so
Yeah.
mannequins actually are a bigger deal. It might seem like, oh, let me bring my 180-year-old briefcase that means nothing to me overseas just to have it again, but it's like they're super expensive, it turns out.
I'm just realizing something that shouldn't have hit me just now. So we're talking mannequin. I'm assuming full-sized mannequin, not just like torso, not just head, like full all appendages, right?
I like to think it's probably like a ferret.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, like a mannequin of a ferret for their sort of fashion line.
Man, what?
They never said human fashion, so that would make a lot more sense if that's what
I'm
you're trying to get
I was
through.
definitely thinking person because
All right, we
this
can
is
just do that.
this is
That's
where
fine.
this is where
Yeah,
my
no,
head's
screw my idea. Just go ahead.
yeah, this is where my ideas go.
We can
And
do humans. That's
it's so
original.
good. It's so good to be back from that 3.5 hour fight that we just had and jumping back into context.
You know what? I'm over this. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. What day is it? It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Dang it! All right, I'm sitting back down.
Yeah, the place that this took in my head is all right. You're choosing to check this guy through security. You've skipped the idea of just putting him in a bag that they put on the conveyor belt and immediately put on the plane without asking questions. You've decided I'm going
That's
to
a
try
bag.
and fit.
That's a bag, Zane.
I'm trying to fit a full human-sized person thing through an X-ray machine, and then
You know, Zane, do they have bones?
mannequins.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Does a mannequin have bones?
No, you're right. So since it doesn't have bones, they won't see it.
It'll just look like a ghost on the X-ray machine, I bet.
That's true. Yeah. Do you think one of the security guards is gonna be like a couple weeks ago he went to a fortune teller and the fortune teller's like, "Oh, you've got a spirit haunting you," and he's like, "Yeah, right. Yeah, right." And then he looks at the X-ray machine and he sees this outlandish figure that looks somewhat like a spirit, and he thinks, "Oh my god,
They were right.
I need to go back and pay him more money."
Yeah, I need to continue funding the fortune-telling business. Who knows why that still exists? Sorry for all you sorry for all our fortune teller listeners out there. I know you
It's
probably
okay.
make an honest
It's
living
okay,
way
Will,
more than I
because
do
all the
right now.
fortune teller listeners that we have out there knew this was coming.
They all knew that Zane and Will were just bigots against fortune tellers, and it would just come out one of these days. They couldn't hold it in forever. Yeah, we hate your guts, fortune tellers.
My bad.
Sorry. Anyways, yeah, that'd be a scary sight. What kind of bag? I mean, duffel bag, I guess. But was it every kid's dream to just like get inside a bag and be flown on a plane that way in order to get somewhere that you wanted to go? That your parents told you no.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to do that forever.
I'm sure there's no conversation there, but
Speaking of kid like things in airports here, I've just now come to the conclusion that if this mannequin is the size of a child, and we're talking that they can spend up to thousands and thousands to make them look so realistic, if she's good at her job, she could dress it up in Weekend at Bernie's this thing and just
ooh,
actually walk it through security, and then when they're like, hey, cool kid, what's your kid?
She's with me.
What's
and
your?
then you keep walking.
Yeah, what's your kid's name? And she'll very confidently say Manny, and then just throw him through the X-ray machine so that he like barely gets scanned, but also ends up on the other side. Dad catches him perfectly. No loss. Nobody gets hurt. No harm. No foul.
Just lots of baggy clothing and sunglasses and no metal, so they don't have to take anything off.
Zero
That's
metal.
Smart. Zero metal. This is a zero metal mannequin run. Okay.
Could you imagine? Wait, could you imagine if after all of this hard work they decided to put metal on it, like knowing that was gonna be a like that was gonna hurt them in the end? Of like, hey, your kid has a metal necklace on and has to go through this again. And you're just like, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry, it's a mannequin. I can't do this anymore.
Just take it now. Take me away. Put the shackles on. I'll go where I belong.
Goodbye, Manny.
I know who I am. Goodbye, Manny. See you when we're both dead. And yeah, that's gonna be a fun reunion in the afterlife. But
that was a good run through of the movie Ice Age. Goodbye, Manny.
Yeah. Goodbye, Manny. Would you like me to give a question now?
Yes, please.